So I was scrolling through Twitter as I usually do because I have no life, and I had just discovered that this con called Conquest was having some issues. Now, I will admit I have never heard of Conquest before this point, and I was wondering what kind of con was it. And I learned that it's in the Philippines, so that's probably why I had never heard of it. But let's go a little bit over the backstory of Conquest, what kind of con it is, and what kind of activities there are, before we dive into the issues of Conquest. Because I feel like for a United States audience, a lot of people might not know what Conquest is. If you're a fan of streamers on Twitch, YouTube, esports, and all things otaku and weeb, Conquest is back and bigger than ever. The 3-day festival features all things pop culture, gaming, art, and music. It's coming to Passe this June 2nd to the 4th, and as you can see, the activities: Alliance Game Finals, Art Gallery Celebrity Show Match, Cosplay, Expo Floor, Food Festival, Free Play and Retro Arcade, Meet and Greets, and all this other stuff. So it seems like a general festival slash convention with a lot of cosplay. There were numerous Twitch guests like Valkyrae, Fuseli, and then there was other voice acting guests as well that went to this convention. Now you're probably wondering, how much was it to go to Conquest? So for a day pass, it was 800 Philippine pesos, which converted is about $14. 3-day pass was 2,000 Philippine pesos, which was about $36. And then for a day 2 pass and special meet and greets, it was 5,000 Philippine pesos, so that's around $89. And then the ultimate premium pass, which has entered all 3 days, music night access, merch package, priority access to all free meet zones, complimentary bonus access to the Scamily group paid meet and greet, and it seems like it's some type of photo op session. So this was 20,000 Philippine pesos, which is about $355. So for general admission, I would say that's pretty cheap, and for a premium pass of $400, yeah, that's very high end. But the prices seemed very reasonable just for a general admission pass, which is kind of where some problems started to arise with the attendance. So this is from last year about Conquest, so we can get a general idea of what the numbers of Conquest were like, with over 33,000 attendees. So that is last year's number of 33,000, but you can guess that it's going to be around that or even more, because typically conventions, you get more and more every single year, or just like almost the same amount. But this year it definitely seemed like there was probably more than 33,000, judging by all the photos that I have seen. And they haven't put out a number this year, so I can only go off of last year's. But let's delve into what other people experience at Conquest 2023. So this was the first post I even saw about this convention. 4:15, they stopped selling food on the second floor of SMX, telling us to buy food outside instead. Not by the choice of the food stalls, but by the organizers / security. I lined up for 4 hours, haven't eaten anything, and you're telling me to go back outside. And from this comment says, and food from outside is not allowed inside. This seems pretty dangerous. It's a very common thing at conventions for people to just not eat, and for the food choices to be limited like this, that is a massive issue. So when I saw this tweet, I definitely delved deeper into this convention. So I saw this meme. Conquest 2023 literally is this meme: lack of coordination, ticket overselling, and arrogant organizers and volunteers go burr. Conquest Day 1, literally any other Conquest day. And then, not gonna lie, Conquest is only fun if you know a lot of people, you're a content creator knows you, you have a premium pass, you have media expo, etc. ideas. If you're one of the just a normal con-goer person, Conquest 23, it's going to be a waste of time, energy, and money. Last year's experience was way better compared to this year. There's a lot of shit going on this time. For real, they got super overwhelmed this year. Even the malls are crowded AF. Please someone tell me if it's crowded again today. We're still contemplating on going. The crowd arrives afternoon, and going earlier is better to avoid lines. You're going to miss a lot of the events if you don't go now. So here's a thread that has one of the hashtags that I've seen going around for Conquest. Let's talk about Conquest 2023, or more like ConQ 2023 or hashtag see you in the lines. I just want to share my sentiments since I got to experience the longest queue ever in my life. I'm not exaggerating, but it is. As you can see, just looking at this picture, the founders are trying to achieve an all-in-one event similar to TwitchCon, Comic-Con, Anime Expo, and PAX. TwitchCon, the non-stop wave of media content creator codes. Comic-Con, a bit similar with the special guest booths. Anime Expo. Quest Market is mostly like that. PAX, SMX First Floor looks similar to that. Let's also add the concert night, which honestly, this can be optional or just in a small scale. But here's the problem, we're freaking live in the Philippines. We don't have an exclusive venue like those events have, like Los Angeles Convention Center. We know for a fact SMX is the only event that mostly hobby-related events use. We know it's not exclusive because there's MOA Arena, a church, a school, and a hotel. They think they'll be able to achieve those kind of events since they got to experience it themselves, but it seems they didn't experience how to attend a hobby-related event here in the PH. They underestimate everything, especially the attendees. To be honest, I knew this event will be a huge disaster way before. Remember what happened to Cosplay Carnival 2023? Remember that one of the founders kept saying how their event will be better, and now look what happened. They even made an apology message thread. It was really just too much. They went over their heads since then, a lot of broken promises, even lied to some guests about the event. No proper mechanics and guidelines about the meet and greet and signing stuff from special guest booths. Even most of their crew were clueless on what they should do to solve the problems with the ticketing and queues. While some crew use their ID privilege to have their +1 go inside, there's actually more that I want to add. But I think other people are sharing their sentiments already. All I can say is I hope the organizers learn their lesson from this disaster. If you still want an all-in-one event, then why not build an exclusive convention center that can be convenient to all attendees instead? Anyway, that's my rant. Peace out. But if you look at this see you in the lines hashtag, it's all about people complaining about this convention. Here's more pictures of the crowds. Oversold, undermanned, underplanned. So I'll play a little bit of this video here just to show some more crowding and what other screenshots showed. Because I found a couple TikToks talking about the situation.
So I'm lining up for Conquest and look at the line. The line is crazy long. Literally someone passed out on the street kanina, and there's no medics here, nobody giving out water. Like, the event organizers really don't take into consideration people here lining up in the heat, especially wearing cosplay codes. And yeah, if you guys went to Conquest, kudos to you for lining up, and I hope you guys stay safe.
When you have to line up for 2 hours to enter hashtag Conquest2023, only to line up for another 2 to 3 hours for the escalator. That's the back of the line for the escalator.
See, just absolutely crowded areas. I'm pretty sure that was a fire hazard, just looking at it. You could not, if there was a fire, you could definitely not move out of there safely and calmly. Watching those videos just made me feel anxious. I do not do well with extremely crowded areas. The worst crowding I've ever felt is Otakon and Katsucon, and that was just reminiscing of Katsu and Oda, but with around 33,000 or even more people, and it being hot, I can understand why people were passing out, and I can't even imagine other medical issues that were happening because of just the lack of preparation for this con. If you went to this convention, I'd love to hear your experience down in the comments, and if other things arise, I will definitely make a follow-up video. But I barely scratched the surface on all the different problems. I definitely implore you to explore the hashtag, and I'll leave all the hashtags and the links in the description for you to further see the problems that happened at Conquest 2023, but I wanted to bring awareness to what happened at this convention because I had just learned about it yesterday, and all of this happening is just absolutely wild. If you did like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, helps me out a lot. If you want to see more con-related videos, I do quite a bit of con content here on this channel, so feel free to hit the subscribe button. I do con vlogs, I talk about other conventions. Feel free to join the Discord to tell me about other con topics to talk about. I will see you for the next video. Thank you for watching.